Hi, I'm attorney Dave Maldonado, a seasoned litigator with over a decade of experience in Montana. Have you been injured in a car accident? If so, remember insurance companies want to give you as little money as possible. There's a reason why they have the biggest buildings in the largest cities. Don't let big insurance bully you. Visit BigSkyDefender.com today to see how I can help you get fair compensation for your injuries. The consultation's free and the fight's real.
So how good does it feel to get this win today and with the way you guys played?
It feels really good. I mean, especially after last game, we really want to get it back together and make a big defensive effort as a group, and I really think we were able to do that and execute what we wanted to and get the win.
Okay, so you start off, you spot them 11 points, and then everything changes. Did Coach offer any words of wisdom in the timeout, or what changed there?
I mean, I think what he's always saying is just like making sure we're attacking them on defense. Like, defense is what wins games, and as long as we're stopping them, we know we can execute on the offensive end. We know we can do that, so...
What did you think of the way you guys handled their pressure? They pressed a lot, but once you guys kind of figured it out, you were able to get a lot of stuff in transition.
Yeah, I thought we did really good. I was really proud of our guards. They handled the pressure very well. They were very calm and just like making the open pass, find the open person. And yeah, I think we just busted it.
On Thursday, the big story was you guys had the hot start and then just kind of like sputtered a little bit. When you did get hot in that second part of that first quarter, you guys kind of kept that momentum. So like, how were you guys able to maybe change that a little bit between Thursday and today?
Well, really, we came back in here, and like our practice yesterday was very defensive focused and very focused on making sure we all know the plan, or executing the plan, working together. And if all five of us work together to do whatever we want to do, we can do pretty much anything.
When you have that post duo of you and Carmen, just when she has a game like that, I think she had 24, I think you had 15. Just how does that help your game when she's going off, and maybe vice versa when you kind of got going early in this game?
I love playing with Carmen. She's extremely talented, very smart, very easy to play with. Like, is very supportive, very helpful, makes the open pass. So, I think I love playing with her. It's a great duo.
How much more comfortable are you? Looks like you're finding your spots pretty well.
Yeah, every game it's a battle, but every game I'm getting more comfortable. My stamina's getting better. I'm learning more, just getting all the things that I kind of lost from taking my break. My instincts are kind of back to where they used to be.
When you mentioned the defensive element of practice yesterday, you guys ran that press a lot, and it seemed to kind of throw fits for Northern Colorado. Just why was that working so well today? It seemed like that was kind of one of the first times this year you guys have been able to utilize a press, and it seemed like you utilized it pretty well. Yeah,
I think today the difference was I think we were just a lot more aggressive. Like, our guards are playing up the line, they're jumping in the passing lanes, like really making it hard for the guards in the backcourt to see, and I really think that was the difference maker in the press.
Just from a morale standpoint, just sitting in the locker room after a win like this, how does that feel, to bounce back from a tough loss, to know that you guys, were down early but able to come away with a 22-point victory?
It was so fun. We all went in there screaming, jumping. It's a great time, and I'm just so proud of my team. We've been waiting to kind of show everyone what we can do. We're a very talented group, and I feel like today we finally just put all the pieces together.
I would just ask one. Finally, you're going back on the road now for 2 games.
Yeah.
What can you guys do a little better on the road to maybe get a sweep this week?
Yeah, I really think, again, it goes back to the defense, especially going to other people's home courts. You want to make sure if you can defend them. I know we can score, but you really got to make sure they don't go off on their home court.
Just a few minutes, small business owners can now sign up for Blackfoot Communication Services. Whether it's dependable voice options or internet services, sign up simply by visiting blackfootsmallbusiness.com. Click on the services you wish, select an installation time and date, and you're done. Small business services at the touch of your fingers. Connect to more with Blackfoot Communications and blackfootsmallbusiness.com.
Okay, so can you share with us anything about your words of wisdom there when they spotted them that 11-point lead? Because it totally changed.
Yeah, one of the interesting things is in coaching, and this is just something you learn over time, right, is that when it's just about those moments is when it's time to be calm. There's times when the 8-0 run to start the fourth quarter, that was not the time to be calm. But But the time when it's 11-0 and you just kind of like, okay, listen, we got some good looks. We just didn't hit them. And some of it had to do with the last 48 hours. There was a lot of defensive talk the last 48 hours. And so that was we didn't really talk about offense much. We literally talked about defense and becoming a team with a defensive identity. And that's the way you win. It's the way Robin's teams won, actually. And so that's who we want to become. And it's taken us a little bit longer. Today was a giant step forward in that. We made things hard for them all game long. And so I'm really encouraged by that.
In what ways did you see strides defensively today?
Just urgency. The urgency in general. Yes, we did trap them a little bit more, and so that creates some urgency in itself. But even in the half court, we made less mistakes. We had some deep talks the last 24 hours just about we have to identify as a defensive-oriented team, and that takes every individual to do that. And so I'm proud of how they responded to that.
You have such young bigs, but they're so young too. Is that a good thing to get some confidence going when they're kind of playing like aged other players?
Yeah, I think it's better. We're still giving up too many points in the post. Yeah. We got to figure that out. We got to change that. That's something that in order to beat the best teams, we have to do a better job of, and we haven't yet. Some of that's youth, and some of that's just, I don't know, we got to work on it more. I don't know what it is. We'll go and watch and figure things out, and we're trying to dig a little bit in the post. We're trying to do some different things to help them out in there. But tonight, the game was, they let us play a little bit more than they had the last. I mean, some of the things that they let go tonight have been called fouls. And so we were able to keep our players on the floor, and that obviously made a big difference.
You guys, I think Northern Colorado went up 11-0 with like 40 seconds until the media timeout. Like, is that kind of what you were waiting for at that point? Because you mentioned staying calm. Did you want to wait just to get to that media rather than use one of your own? Is that maybe how you're looking at it then?
Yeah, it's a natural timeout versus me calling a timeout like, oh, crap, kind of thing, right? So you want to just instill confidence at that moment. Like, we're fine. We're getting good shots. We'll hit them. Just focus on getting stops down here on this end. Everything else will take care of itself. And so, in those moments, it's important for me to remain calm. As soon as I'm not, then they start to panic, especially against a zone. The zone is a tricky thing. You can get very mental against a zone defense a lot, real fast, and get real hesitant. And that's what zones can do. And I know that doesn't work based upon past experience. And so I just wanted to instill confidence in him at that moment.
It's an 0-for-9 start for you guys from the field, but then after that, I think it was 16-for-22 in that first half. After that 0-for-9 start, you said good looks. Did those looks just start falling? Is that maybe the biggest difference in that statistic?
Yeah, we went inside a little bit more. We bombed from three right off the bat, And against the zone, you don't want to not take those, to be honest. Yeah, you'd like to get the ball inside, but you want to be aggressive to shoot open shots and not overthink. And so I was okay with those shots. We did get the ball inside a few more times. Obviously, Carmen's starting to come into her own and starting to feel a little bit more comfortable. It was nice to be able to get her in the high post and let her go to work a little bit tonight. But Keeli provides some awesome things too, man. She's getting better and better.
Think you stop me? I'm all the way up. All the way up. I'm all the way up. I'm all the way up. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. Shorty, what you want? Shorty, what you need? My niggas run game, we ain't never leave. Counting up this money, we ain't never sleeping. You got V12s, I got 12 V's. Got bottles, got weed, got Molly. I'm all the way up. Shorty, what you want? I got what you need. Shorty, what you want? I got what you need.
Just that press as well. It seems like one of the first times you guys have kind of really utilized that press really all game, and it worked pretty well throwing fits for UNC. Like, I guess, what'd you like from that element from your team tonight?
Yeah, it just creates urgency no matter what you do. Like, you can't play in between. When you press or you trap, and there's a few traps where we were kind of playing in between and they beat us on it. When you're aggressive, you got to be aggressive. And so we were. And Sammy did a fantastic job tonight of providing that aggressiveness. She loves that kind of style anyways. And so I was really proud of her because I've asked her to have a defensive focus. And that's not all. Some of these kids, man, they come in here and they just want to shoot. And we scored 82, and we didn't talk about offense for hardly at all for the last 48 hours, So.
Well, did you guys adjust anything on Simmental? She got it going early a little bit, but then you kind of took the ball out of her hands for a long stretch there.
We did. I mean, think more than anything, we just focused on her. She was a huge key. She's a good player, and she, we wanted her to make her go to the basket. And so she was 1 for 7 from 3. That was a huge focus for us. We made one mistake, and she buried it. Of course, on a switch that we shouldn't switch. But we wanted her to get to the rim. were supposed to force middle on those rip and go baseline things, but again, it's a process for our team to be able to make those in-game adjustments.
You mentioned Keeli.
When you talk about defense, your mind right away goes to effort. But how much of it is the effort? How much of it is just learning how to defend these best players in the conference, the experience?
Yeah, it's both. It's both, and we've lacked both at times. We've lacked both. You know, we want to do the right things and execute, but at the same time, you want to be aggressive. And you've seen some times where the people just kind of dribble at us, and we just kind of let them come at. No, hold your ground. You know, that kind of stuff. And that's the effort part. It's like it's a mentality to go, you're not scoring on me. I don't care who you are. I'm going to get tough right now. And we're developing it. Even Libby, who is learning how to play defense at the college level, she tonight showed a little more toughness on that end of the floor. So I was proud of her.
You know, just coming off of tough losses is always difficult for a team to kind of refocus and reset. Obviously, the 11-0 start tonight, but you know, just your team's resiliency to come back, get a 22-point win. Just what does that say to them? Just what they were able to get done tonight. After Thursday was disappointing, but it seems like they left it in the rearview mirror.
Yeah, super disappointing. I mean, we should have won the game, to be honest. We had multiple chances. Disappointing for sure. Especially here at home, made me mad, actually. And I think it made them mad, which was a good thing. Carmen responded really well as a leader after that game, just letting the young kids know, like, this is not okay, right? It's not okay to do this. And so they responded today. I think more than anything, in our culture here, we preach hard things. You're going to go through hard things. I don't care if it's business. I don't care if it's life. I don't care if it's reporting. I don't care what it is. There's hard stuff that happens. How you respond is what's most important. And so that's the message we continue to preach all the time. It's not just one time when things go bad. There's things that happen all the time. And so that's what I was most proud of. That's what I told him in the middle of the court. I said, how we responded to a really disappointing loss is what was most important about tonight.
Join Town Pump's Pump It Up Rewards Plus program and never pay full price for fuel again.
Save 5 cents on every gallon every day at any Town Pump across Montana.
Plus, earn and redeem points on your favorite in-store items to get free stuff with our clubs.
Stop in and pick up a rewards card. Download the Pump It Up Rewards Plus app today.
Or visit townpump.com/rewards to register and start saving.